Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Kelly, and I'm going to be doing a mixed media canvas background that I've been getting a lot of requests for. Um, and also, I will be doing, I don't know if I'll get it done today or not. I get tons and tons of clay questions and requests for me to do clay cans from people who are disabled or newbies, and different things that we can do. So I'm going to show how I start a doll, you know, basic doll with the face and what I do. So that'll be another video. It might be up later today or tomorrow. Now, I did gloss these two pieces. And as you can see, they're glossy and almost glass-like. And this is the Sculpey Gloss, and it's only one coat. So, you know, I would definitely take very fine sandpaper, give it a quick sanding. This is our new souffle clay, so you can see that. And then this is it not glossed. Can you see the difference? How the yellow pops a little bit more when it's glossed, let's put this by over here. So you can see the difference where this one is so much glossier and pops out, and this one's much more matte, as they say. So I really do enjoy the gloss. This is just the Sculpey Gloss. And I really like the gloss. I really love the clay. I feel very, you know, blessed that they sent it to me. I'm going to be using it definitely and getting more colors. But when you gloss it, it does bring out more of the color, although still not as bright as if it were, you know, regular clay, but it's really nice. I'm really happy with it. I'm happy that I can mix it in with my other Sculpey clay and my other clay, my other Primo, and these can be mixed very well, and that I can do with it what I want to do. So I'm very happy with that. Now, I got this canvas. It's 8 by 11.5. I picked 3 pieces of scrapbook paper, and I'm going to do a background. I want to show, like I said, I get a lot of questions, and a lot of people want me to do demos. Like I said, I always say, like, oh, you can find them on my YouTube, and then they're like, oh, where? Because I know I have a lot of videos. So what I'm going to do is I found this in my papers, and I'm just going to rip it and rip it and rip it. And I'm not caring, you know, if you don't have colors that match, or let's say you have colors, and I'm just using some gel medium that's almost gone, honestly. I'm just going to rock the rest of it out of it. But probably needs a little hot water in there to get it a little bit more easy to spread, but we shall see. But you don't have to have colors that match. And you don't have to have a good pattern on here. Just put your glue on. Yeah, I'm going to have to grab another one of these. If you don't have a gel medium, use white school glue, which I might have to do if I can find it. Yeah, I'm going to use a white school glue. What I like to do with this is golden regular gel medium, very old, and there's only a little bit left in there. But what I like to do is take very hot water and put it in there, so it will kind of reactivate that glue and thin it a little bit more, and then I can use it again. But that would require me to leave the room and get up and then have to get my husband, and it's just too hard. So I'm just taking this. It's my dog Cubby, who's not feeling good today. And you might hear him throughout the whole video. I don't know. He's in with my husband. My husband's working, but Cubby is not feeling well. And then I'll probably leave this piece out until I get the other ones on. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can, that one needs a little bit more glue, and you can go over it. You can cover this whole background if you want. Or, let's lay that over there. I'm going to rip some of these up. And I don't really rip in any certain way. I just kind of rip. And then if I say, oh, that's a little too big, then I'll rip again. And then I turn them over so I can throw the glue on them. Let's see if I can get me any more glue out of here without it being too thick. And I just lay it. And ain't nothing, I'm not making a pattern or paying mind to where I'm really putting it. And that's the fun part about mixed media. Everybody has their own type of mixed media they do. Some don't do all this. Some just use markers and paint, or, you know, do whatever. I love doing this. And I love doing which I probably won't do on this one, but the whole background, all papers. And then I run my brush over if you have any air bubbles, which really, in the end, once it dries, if you do, I take an X-Acto knife, slice it through, put a little glue, push it. It doesn't matter. It's texture. That's why I like ripping. So I'm going to go, and you know what I want to do? I'm going to rip a corner because I want just a little bit of this corner here covered. And you see I glue right on my canvas. I don't care. This is to be fun and, you know, just to have a ball. I'm just going to pop that in the corner. And these are flat canvases, which I love. I have many, many regular canvases, but I love buying these flat ones. They're easy to work with. They're easy to sell. They're easy to ship. And I love it. I have a very nice easel my husband bought me. I used to use it. And I use it when I use my regular canvases. But I don't know. I just kind of like this size. You know, they come in smaller sizes and bigger sizes. But now I'm just going to tear. But look how pretty that is. But I like to use, you know, the flat ones when I'm sitting here, when I'm doing videos, or, you know, not feeling that great and don't want to stand with my easel, which I can sit with my easel too. It goes down to like seat level, but I like using my easel because I can see better when I'm doing things that I want to, you know, that I'm trying something different, or, you know. Now you can see this goes over the edge a little bit. I'm not going to be worrying about it. You could cut it off now. And you see how I did that? And if it's still sticky, stick it somewhere. Don't waste it. I try not to waste. Sometimes I do. Sometimes, depending on my mood, that would have ended up in the garbage. And I'm just ripping little pieces just to kind of add this color through. Hoping I can get some more of this glue out before I go on to the next stage where I'll grab different glue. I'll stick him up there. And you can overlap, like I've overlapped on your other scrapbook paper. Now, like I said, if you want to continue on and cover the whole background with different pieces of scrapbook paper, by all means, please do. You are free to do so. But I'm doing like just a quick, you know, I just want to show a few things. I don't think I'm going to have enough in here to get through the next. Maybe that might rip it. We'll try though. Okay, so I'm going to set my papers because I think I don't need that last paper. Now, what I'm going to do is take some of my jelly print that I made the other day. And that's a good one. And I'm going to destroy it. Okay. Now I'm just tearing some of that paper off. I'm still going to save this because the parts that have the white on them, because I can use that. It's still when I jelly print. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay some of these down. I'm going to put some of this here and stick that down. And I don't care if it wrinkles or covers. See, my glue is not going to do it for me. So I shall pick another glue. And like I said, white school glue is just as good. I would thin it down with a little bit of water. But for now, I'm going to put this away. And then, let's see if I can find another one. I never know because I have so many that I open and I got to start. I think this one needs hot water too. Maybe not. Okay, so I'm going to kind of just put some glue down. See, I need this to be up more and down more so you can see everything. I don't care that you see me. Alright, so now I want to pick another piece of my jelly plate papers that I did. And these are on deli paper, but this can be tissue paper that you have. There's many different kinds of tissue paper out there with different patterns and whatnot on them. Now I have this piece. So let's tear it in half. Now this piece, what I'm going to do, and it's crinkled and I don't care. I'm going to save these little pieces because I use them, like I said, either to put on my jelly plate when I'm doing it or to just put down, which I might do on here anyway. So just cut that off. And I'm going to take this piece, I think lay it down there. And put some glue on there. You can use a glue stick too, by the way. I just had my gel medium sitting here, and that's why I used it. If I was more prepared, I would have grabbed my glue stick. But, you know, me and the word prepared, I don't think we're good friends. Because I just sit here and be like, you know what, let me just make a background and, you know, start a piece for people so they can go along with it and not have to, you know, otherwise, you know, I feel bad and then I'll go up back in my videos and I'm like, geez, oh, Pete, it takes forever. No wonder they don't want to go back and look because I have a lot of videos. And that's not even all my live shows that I've done or anything else from the past 4 years. You can find me many places. The question is, do you want to? Now, I've been doing live shows for 4 years, over 4 years. So now you can see my brush. That's a funky ass brush now. Let me wet it a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna set it in my glue here to make it a little bit thinner. And that's something you can do if you have gel medium. I've told this story before. Before my son passed on, I used to do paintings, what they call it, commissions for people. And I always, you know, I buy golden and Liquitex and everything of everything. And that's what I would use in my paintings, like very expensive products, you know, rather than the, which I use now, but rather than the craft paint and everything else. And tearing that in half. So I see two over here. So it's been about 3.5 years since he's passed on, and honestly, you know, I've had these products for longer than that, and I used to get such great commissions and sell all kinds of stuff and my jewelry and everything. And when he died, you know, as most of you know, I just quit doing everything. And then I started joining design teams to try to get myself to have a schedule where I knew I had to have something done for somebody, and that I would do my, you know, it would make me, you know, do what I had to do. And then my illness started getting worse and worse and worse, all my illnesses. So I got off the design teams, hated life, hated everything about it, and then noticed that there were a lot of people who, well, I thought, you know what, I'm disabled. I can't do as I used to be able to do. And I know once in a blue moon, people write me and say, quit using that as an excuse. I got a comment the other day on my Jelly Plate live show saying that and you know, I shouldn't be using my illness as, you know, whatever. But anyway, but I do it to help others as well. And I've gotten the most beautiful, beautiful messages. I get probably, like I say, like 10 maybe a week. People finding me on Facebook, people writing me on YouTube, people writing me to my email address. And I always say to all of you, and everybody in my group, you know, when people say, oh, you know, you inspired me to do this or this, that, and the other, it's like, do you guys realize how much you guys inspire me by sharing your work and me seeing it? And it inspires me too. And I know there's a lot of us, you know, who just, you know, we just don't function the way we used to. So I try to do my best, and I just feel if people don't like it, they can just move on. That was my phone. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't my husband. Okay. Another print I did. Love it. But I'm going to pull it down that way. So I really just want that print in the middle. And I'm going to put those on my, I'm doing a dark cardboard. Maybe I'll do it on here. Not on this video, but on camera just to do it. But this is another piece, and I'm going to take some. I always laugh because I'll say to my husband, oh, I did a video where I did my live show, da-da-da, and he's like, yeah, I can hear you through the walls, Kel. Because I'm so dang loud. Okay, and I'm going to lay this bad boy up here. Now, this might seem, I don't know if redundant's the right word, because you know I like using words that I don't exactly know where they fit in, but I like the word. And today my word is redundant. I don't know. I must have heard it somewhere. Somewhere, I have no idea. But when I do the next part, you shall see the redundant. I don't know if that's right. Now I can see here this piece. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone, but it hasn't. Jersey's weather is swamp weather, which makes everything else worse. Illnesses and all. Now I can see this piece needs some more glue. So I just took my little X-Acto knife and I put the wrong end in of my paintbrush. Because that's me. So I'm just going to smear that on there. Smear it down. Smear it, smear it. Use your finger. Just want to get those air bubbles out. Like I said, there's no real way. This is the way I do it. Alright. So let's move that out of the way because I'll end up put that in the water. I'm going to close this. I'll put it where my other one is so I know I can put some hot water in there and mix it real good so when I go to open it again, it'll be good. So I'm going to set these papers over here. And this was the last one I did, but I don't think I need it right now on this one. I think I'm pretty happy. Who knows what we shall do with that one? One never knows. Now, technically, you let it dry before we go on. Now, I could use this, which has some punchinello on it and different kind of things. But I think it would, I mean, it would match that, but we're going to be covering all of it. So we'll save this for the dark canvas as well. All right, so I'm going to, okay, all right, okay. Here we go. Now, I'm going to think what colors I want to make this background be. So this is technically no gessos on here. Now you can do this on your mixed media paper, you know, your, what's this called, what brand? If I don't clean in here soon, I'm gonna, like everything's just gonna crawl on top of me. Mixed media Canson thing. Now AC Moore I know has these for $5.80. Something like that. They're $5.80, no more than $6. And they have the watercolor ones, the mixed media ones, the those kind of things. As well as something else I love is Bristol. Now, Bristol's more for your dry medias, as like your pan pastels or your pastels. But I'm going to tell you, it is some awesome, awesome, thick-ass paper. So if it's on sale and you see it, grab yourself one, because this is one piece and it's thicker than cardstock. So I was going to use that today, but I thought, no, I'm going to use a canvas. I got a lot of things. I've been writing everything down that everybody's been asking for, drawing fairies and doing the starting the mixed media background and like so many things. So I'm trying to get the videos, you know, get myself in the mode to get videos, but I really do have to clean up a little bit if I go any further. Because I have my clay here from my head that I'm doing. Oh, yeah. But if you all know me, you know, I'm crazy and I'm like ADHD or something. I don't know. I get, you know, incensed. I think that's the word. I don't know. But anyway, here we go. So we have our background. Okay, so you got your canvas, you have your paper, you have your cardboard. You know, I work on cardboard. I save my cardboard. My husband looks at me like I'm crazy. I save cardboard from things. For instance, this piece of cardboard came in something, and I'm going to cut it in half so I can do two, and then maybe do a giveaway of the painting I do. I have a dark canvas that, or a dark piece of cardboard that I already kind of threw some color on and kind of stepped away from it and kind of got to find it. But I'll be doing that. So I hope you guys get some tips and tricks. And I'm done talking because I don't want to keep you too long. So anyway, when talking about mixed media, as far as I do it, and I've been doing it since, geez, oh Pete's, 2000, maybe. Well, Jared died 2010, maybe 2007, maybe 2006, 2007, because he would always come in my art room when he would come home from work at night or when he was out with his friends, and he would always come in and sit. I would stay up till 2, 3 in the morning, and he'd always come in and sit and give me his advice on, you know, what he liked and what my, you know, my commissions and what it needed and all kinds of stuff. So pretty cool, which is why I have such a hard time now with doing things like this. So this is basically dry. Now I'm going to pick the colors that I want to do. Now, it doesn't really matter what we have as far as our colors down here. But look at it and think like, okay, am I going to draw a doll to put on her? Like a folk art doll, more of a face, I don't want to say human face. I can't think of the word. There's whimsical, and then there's, I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. More of a human face, you know, stylized face. So you decide what you want to do. I think I'm going to do a folk art on here, but so I'm going to stick more with the pinks and the oranges and the yellows. Okay. Now these dark pieces don't matter. Like even here's a nice green. Let me just hold it up so you can see. Can you see So that's what I'm going to start to do. So first I'm going to take, what color are you, my friend? Let's find one. Dear Jesus, what did I do to this poor baby? This is a folk art. I don't know what I did to it. Folk art artist pigment medium yellow. Now let me explain something. I got several questions about this because I use the artist pigment quite a bit. Folk art and ceramic coat and the one with the A. All these little craft paints come in, your normal craft paints. Like this, for instance. And they're just acrylic paint, right? Nothing. This is the pigment, which is more, it means it's more pigmented and less cut with water or whatever substance they use to thin it out. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's more of the pigment. I have these in all the colors because they do come out much brighter than just your regular yellow, and every brand has the artist pigment and the regular, just regular acrylic paint. So that's kind of what it is. It's more pigmented. But you kind of really got to shake it because I'm sure it's going to spit up something on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to squeeze. Yeah, I can see it. Some of it's coming out. Now I know, I probably used it on my jelly plate when I was doing that, but look how pretty that yellow is. But am I going to go over it? Probably. Let's see what I shall do. I am not going to wet my brush, okay? This is just a size 10. This is a cheaper brush. It's not like one of the softer, for watercolors or whatever like that. I have several different kinds of brushes, but I like these when I'm doing this because these are a little rougher and they leave more texture. So I'm just going to go in. I'm not going to wet it. And I'm just going to kind of go in. And you can see where it leaked a little bit of the mixture that it, you want it to mix in. So I'm going to go around the corners here. Move my clay that I have sitting there. Trying to hit some of the, more of the white spots on the canvas. Now you see it's very light. Now you can, once I get these the white done, which is my main thing here. And this is not going to stay yellow, trust. But this is going to be called your second layer of work on here. I always advise you to have either cheap baby wipes from the dollar store or paper towels. I always have paper towels. But what I'm going to say, hit all them white spots. You can see I'm leaving some of that pattern. Now at the end, that pattern might not be there. And like I always say, I start out with great intent on knowing what I'm doing and then never end up with it again. But what I'm going to do is find my paper towels or whatever you use. I'm going to take my water bottle that needs refilled. Give it a nice spray. And I'm going to take my paper. Oh my God, that one just went rogue. I have a rogue paper towel. And I'm going to kind of like fold it in half. And just set it down and push. As if we're doing a jelly print, let's just say. Sometimes people say, well, how hard do I push? Push it good. Lift it up. And then go down here. And it'll just lift up. And look, you're starting already to have, like paper towel that's going to be all different colors that you can then use to collage, which is always fun. So I shall lay that right there. And then you can see that it lifted up some of the yellow, but we still have some of the pink. Now we want to decide, do we want molding paste on here? Do we want, what exactly are we wanting on here that we could put through maybe a stencil? So let me see if I think we're going to use stencil, I think. Now, these are from Delta Creative. They are at AC Moore, Michael's, and Hobby Lobby. I got these at Hobby Lobby, I believe, or AC Moore. I cannot remember. I need to take the sticker off because it's infringing on my painting where I want to spot. And this is a bunch of owls. Now, I've thought about, it's still in there, that dang paper. Why? Why would they put a sticker on the back of like where, okay, it doesn't matter. Now, I am thinking about, and I still might, who the heck knows with me. I was thinking about taking, what the heck is on my foot? My goodness, my cat's getting in here. Cutting these owls out, like cutting each of these individual pieces out. I'm not going to do that today. Now, I know I'm going to put a girl on here. I know that I'm not going to directly put her in the middle. So, what side am I going to put her on? I don't know. I'm really digging this side because the colors are coming through, but you got some of the yellow and the pink and all. So I think I'm just going to take and just lay it down. Lay it down. Lay it down. It's an old Rat song that doesn't sound like I'm really trying to sing it. Let me find my molding paste. If you don't have molding paste, apparently I can't find mine. Wait a minute. If you don't have molding paste, oh dear Jesus, I can't even lift that freaking thing. That's why I have to get my husband in here. This is crackle paste. Oh no. That's all I can reach right now. I can barely see it. Okay. And I'm knocking things over with my shirt. Ugh, just making more of a mess. I wish I could pay somebody to come clean for me my art room, and then you could pick a few things for yourself and take home. Because I'm having a hell of a time cleaning. Okay. This is called Crackle Paste from Golden. And it looks like molding paste. So, I shall look for my thingy to use. What is my thingy called? Spackle knife? Every time I move, my dogs are like, are we going? Is it time? Where are we going? Where we go? Okay. We're going to have to use this one until I can find my other one. Probably under all that mess. Oh, no, it's right in front of me. Oh, I'm so funny, aren't I? Okay, not funny at all. So this is my, you buy these at the craft store. Some dollar stores have them. I love them. They're plastic. They're fantastic. They're plastic and fantastic. You see how I said that? Like, I'm so fancy. And that sticker piece is still there, driving me crazy. Okay. So now let's just lay this down here. I'm going to take some of this. I'm gonna just spread it on the stencil. If you don't have molding paste, I have recipes on my site, knittingandthings.com. I'll put it below on how to make your own molding paste and fiber paste and all that fun stuff. All right, so I'm just adding some interest. Do I want the owl on there? I don't know. Because if I put it over here, maybe I'll put... That owl's like all in his glory. He's like, look at me. I kind of want to just use the decorations, just to add some. That's why I wanted to cut it. And then just go over it again. Doesn't matter. But I will, it's a very easy recipe with baby powder, and we all did it on my channel a little ways back. And I got the recipes and all, and people made them, and they still use them to this day. So I used all mine because I love using this stuff for everything. I think up here, no, so I don't want to make her head bumpy because I'm going to be drawing her on a different piece of paper and then cutting her out and adding her. So this is just, we're just working on here. So I think I'm just going to kind of spread on what I got on here, scraping that on. A little bit more. Just add some dimension. And then decide what color. And you don't have to have them perfect. If you're going a grungy route, you know, you can do it. And we'll do a grungy route. A grungy mixed media page. On a not page, but on a canvas. I love doing that. Alright, we're just adding, like I said, some interest. Nothing major. I went off the canvas a little bit. And I'll just squeeze that. And then I just scrape it back in my jar like that. And then I'll put that in my water. And then you can, if you want, wipe off your stencil. I happen to not most of the time. I try to, if I'm using molding paste and all. But if I'm going to cut it, I might want to wipe it off. I don't know if that'll harden and then ruin my cutting. So I'd rather have these as pieces. Like 1 owl, 2, you know what I mean? And like I have the 1 owl and then the other owl. And nobody's making me use them all. Plus it'll be easier for me to use. So yeah, that is what I'm doing. I know, isn't this fun listening to me wipe off? Which this stuff, you go set it in your sink in hot water and it'll come right off. But now, bless you, Dave. So now, this is where we're going to end it at. I'm ending it at almost 40 minutes. So you can then do up to this part. And again, I will put the link below for the homemade molding paste and crackling plate paste and fiber paste and everything. And, you know, if you guys want to do this, you can use your, if you have matte medium, gesso I don't think will work. I mean, you can do this with matte medium too. It'll just make it a little, you know, not as textured, but it'll still be a texture. Do you know what I mean? Like if you use your gesso or your matte medium. So, you know, it'll just give you a little bit of something. So that's this. We got it. That's a third layer. That's how I do it. I have my blank canvas or my blank paper. I add some scrapbook paper on. I added some of my jelly prints. I added some texture over here. I know what I'm going to draw is going to be over here. We got stamping to do and some more things, but I think this is enough to get y'all started. And, you know, if you just came across me, and I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. And if you guys like this video, you know, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more like them, the process of doing different things, give me a thumbs up. And I'm also going to put below the link to my website with the recipes for these, and a link to my group on Facebook, All Things Creative. It'll be a link to me on Facebook, and then all you have to do is write me and say, you know, can I be added into your group? And I will gladly add you in. We get probably 2-3 people a day from my YouTube who comes in the group, and it's just wonderful. So I do appreciate that. The art and everything that everybody's doing is so fantastic. I'm also a couple hundred away from 5,000, so I am going to ask you, what do you want as the giveaway? Do you want it to be polymer clay? Do you want it to be mixed media? Do you want it to be yarn? Do you want it to be, you know, tell me what kind of things you guys are looking for as the giveaway. 5,000 is a big number, and I want to make sure that I get a decent prize for somebody. And I think that's all I had to say. So yeah, the links are below. Questions, always welcome. I love answering questions. I hope this was easy for you to follow. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up so I know that I'm you know, that people want to see this kind of thing. I am going to, like I said, have a video with clay to make a doll. You know, we're going to make a doll out of clay, and then we're going to make a doll out of fabric. I got a lot of stuff coming up. That's why I'm kind of doing my room around and making sure I get things in its order. Oh, and I wanted to show, which I'm not using in this one. I got these from AC Moore. They're called Decorative Accents. And they come, I got a red and a blue. I'm going to see, because I think this would make great textures. And I'm going to use it on my cardboard and see what that's like, because I bought 2 reds and I figured I would put that in the giveaway as well. It's called Sisal. I've not seen it before, but that doesn't mean anything. I probably did see it and not know what it was, but I picked up those. So I'm going to throw a red one into the winning thing, winning package, because I think they're going to make big, like really cool texture. So we'll see. We'll play with them first, and then maybe I won't put them in if it sucks, because I don't know what they're like. But they were on clearance, and I figured, hell, for 69 cents or whatever the hell they are, I'm going to buy them, because I could do something with them. So I want to thank you guys so very much for sticking with me. And of course, show me your pictures. You could show me your pictures here on YouTube. You can email them to me at knittingandthings@netzero.com. You can come into the on the Facebook and friend me and show me there. You can come into our group and show us all there. We show each other all our artwork. And yeah, so that's about it. I hope you all have a great day. Be kind to each other, because you never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And please remember to always color outside the lines. I will see you guys again very soon. Thank you all. Bye.